gonna sin again. Lord forgive me, things I don't understand.
2 weeks ago, I finished my mechanical engineering degree. After all the labs, countless labs, assignments, presentations, we are finally done. We have done everything that is required for us for this degree. And from that, I thought it would be a good time for me to just go over the things that I've learned that engineering has taught me. Not necessarily specific to engineering, but just life shit that I've learned from doing this degree, you know? I'm gonna try to break this down as best as I can and kind of articulate myself, because these are things I feel like anyone can go in, like can use in their life. And I feel like if you are able to master these things, I think anyone can be successful and truly be the best version of themselves. No matter what age, race, gender you are, these are things that everyone, I feel like, should know. So I thought I should just share some of these with you. The first thing that engineering has taught me is grit. Grit is a very underrated characteristic to have. With social media and everything, everybody wants things immediate and they don't really know how much work or effort that is required for you to achieve those things. And grit is something that will get you there when motivation is not prevalent. You're not feeling that spark or late night motivation. Grit is something that will take you the distance, you know. Talent alone did not bring me here. It was doing things when I didn't want to do them, especially when I didn't want to do them. You know me, if you watch my vlogs, I'm a very big procrastinator. Like, I hate doing things on time just because I know how much work needs to go into it. But at the end of the day, I will put in that work, even though I don't want to. But yeah, especially in life, I know everything is not guaranteed. In a perfect world, the work put in would equal the rewards that we get back. You gotta want it, bro. You gotta want it. And you can't just say with your mouth. You gotta do. And that goes to my next thing. The second thing that I've learned, you will never feel ready, you know what I'm saying? There's no amount of preparation you can do for something to the point where you'll feel fully ready, whether that's even a marathon, whether that's studying for a test. Yes, you feel like you've prepared enough, but you never feel fully ready until you actually do the thing, and then you realize, okay, yes, I did study enough because I can answer all these questions, or I did train enough because I don't feel tired during my marathon. And that's something where people get really stuck on. Like, they think that if they do enough background work, everything will work out. No, trust me, bro. There's multiple tests that I've studied for and I've gotten to the exam and realized, okay, I don't know what the fuck is going on in this exam. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta do things. And I think something that scares people is that it's not like the failure aspect of it, but like not knowing where you're gonna end up. You know what I'm saying? That's the scariest part of starting something new. You're never not gonna know where you're gonna end up. You completely dropping that thing off that you started a week ago, or eventually, you know, reaching unmeasurable amounts of success. You really don't know. So you just gotta put that front foot forward, then the second and the third. Eventually you're gonna end up in that destination. You feel me? You're never gonna feel ready to do things. Just go ahead and do it. And the good example is that EOS project that I've been complaining about. This big ass project that we did, and I know I never broke down exactly what we did. I'm gonna just read the title for you: Computational Fluid Dynamic Analysis of a Hypersonic Scramjet. And if that didn't make sense to you, neither did it to me. The first few weeks of me working on this, it was very overwhelming. It was very scary the first few weeks of me working on it. I realized as long as I just work incrementally, eventually we will end up with a final product, which I am very proud about, especially with my team. We did a lot of countless late nights working on this project, and eventually we got it done. We were able to present it at the design fair, you know, and that's just a testament to just doing. You know what I'm saying? I know shit can get scary sometimes. Trust me, I know. I was kind of very hesitant to start this YouTube channel because I didn't want to, number one, fail in front of people. Number two, give up or go against the things that I say. No one knows that promise but yourself. It is that deep, like, because that will determine how you see things and how you carry yourself throughout life. You never know what's gonna happen, and ultimately, none of us know what's gonna happen. So just try it. You never know. There were lots of moments during this degree I kind of felt like I didn't belong. Imposter syndrome of sorts, where I really thought that, I wasn't built for this. But belief is something that you build upon. That's something that I'm realizing. The more you do, the more confidence you gain, and the more you believe in yourself. But you can't really do anything without believing in yourself, because multiple people will tell you no, multiple people will tell you you can't achieve certain things. It's up to you, either way you take that input and run with it, or you kind of say no and you're like, I know what I can do and I believe in the stuff that I can, and ultimately that's what makes you you. You know what I'm saying? Especially in this day and age, I'm realizing a lot of people in our generation don't have that kind of internal belief in the stuff they do. They kind of pass it off as whatever. But if you have hard work and you believe in yourself and you give yourself time to achieve the goals that you want to achieve, bro, it's only about time. You know what I'm saying? And the third thing is being used to being uncomfortable. Holy shit, bro. I'm currently outside. I hate recording in public. This is a very public pathway, a street. A lot of people pass here. There's hella traffic behind me. Hopefully you can hear me. But yeah, bro, you need to get used to feeling uncomfortable. In places where you are uncomfortable, I feel like that's where most of like the growth happens. That's when the most of the self-realization of truly who you are happens. Bro, you need to get used to being in uncomfortable situations and not panicking and not letting your anxiety get to you and kind of not giving a fuck. Yeah, it took a lot for me to get here. I was a very shy kid growing up. I really didn't want to be the center of attention. But my dad really taught me how to break through that, especially as a man. I feel like that is a very key skill to have, is putting yourself out there and feeling confident in who you are, which I'm not gonna lie, it does take a lot. I feel like I'm still learning that holy shit, there's a bunch of runners coming by. But yeah, especially as someone who's growing or becoming the person that I want to be, there's no room for feeling embarrassed or non-confident in yourself. It takes a lot. And yeah, bro, just do what you need to do. Like, nobody really gives a fuck at the end of the day. As long as you're happy with what you do and you're passionate about the things that you're working toward, that's all that matters. I think I'm gonna move now because this is very, very uncomfortable and it's getting really dusty and windy. And niggas are looking at me like I'm doing some bullshit right now, but that is the gist of it. And the last thing I want to talk about is perspective. Perspective really matters. I'm not gonna lie. The way you see the world, the way you perceive things, it really ultimately determines your mood and how things turn out. Words have power, so if you say you're gonna have a bad day, you will have a bad day. So you just need to really change your perspective on things. And not just that, it's realizing that there's multiple ways in seeing the world. Especially when you work in groups on projects, you realize there's different ways to solving and attacking a problem. So yeah, just be very careful on how you perceive or speak things into existence. If you say you're gonna have a bad day, you're gonna have a bad day. If you think you're gonna have a good day, you're gonna have a good day. If you say that you're gonna succeed at something, you will succeed at something. And it's just that whole perceiving and digesting things. I don't know really what to say, bro. I do like filming outside. I'm not gonna lie. This is a breath of fresh air. I should start filming out more, but I do need mics. I should get mics so I can film and get better audio. But it's really nice filming outside, especially right now. The sun's out. Temperature is pretty low. Thank God. Because this country in this temperature, let me not get into it, but perspective matters, bro. And also, don't get too caught up with how you see things. Sometimes I'm guilty of this too. I get caught up in this thing up here. I'll think of situations and think that some things are say or be all, or like some things are not worth saving. But that's just your own head and your own overthinking nature. Like, don't let that kind of stop you from doing things that you need to do. Like, I was really overthinking this video. I filmed a couple of these clips multiple times. In essence, I'm just trying to get I want it to be perfect or get the right wording down. But sometimes there's like beauty in the non-perfect stuff, especially from interviews or people that I've been watching and people who I want to emulate in the world. I realize it's their thinking that has gotten them to where they are. They faced a lot of trial and tribulations, a lot of no's, a lot of obstacles in their way, but they've never changed the way they see things. They've never changed the way they believe in themselves and the end goal that they want to achieve. And yeah, it takes time. but I feel like we'll get there eventually. It has been a couple weeks since my last post, and that was because of uni. I was really trying to focus on school. School is my first priority, so I needed to get that back down. But we will be going back to scheduled weekly vlog, not next week but the week after that. I will start filming next week. A lot of shit new, a lot of exciting shit is about to happen. One of my friends is coming to visit me, so that's gonna be fun to film with him. Be doing a lot more outside shit, filming outside. But as you can tell, I'm kind of sick. Like I've had a really bad flu, and it was right after I finished my exam. Like I went out, enjoyed my night out because I had to, bro. All that stress, I needed to release that. But I think I caught something when I went out, and I have been very, very sick this week, especially on Wednesday. I was supposed to get this vlog out earlier than it's coming out, but yeah, I became very sick, and Wednesday was one of the worst days. But now I'm feeling better. It's a Friday. I feel a little bit better. You could probably tell throughout this whole video, my voice is kind of different. It's kind of nasally just because I'm still coming off of whatever I had. Vlogs are coming back soon, weekly vlogs, not next week but the week after. I will start filming next week, and yeah, I have nothing to say, but can't wait to start this new chapter of my life. I'm excited to see what new things are in store for me. And yeah, bro, I'm just ready to grow. I'm ready to grind. I'm ready to work hard and get to where I see myself being. You know what I'm saying? One step at a time.
Don't look at my nose. I don't know what it is, bro. I almost threw up this morning too. It's fucked. I'm gonna try to get my energy back, but it's just annoying that I can't do the things that I want to do right now.